Like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Support me because I support Jesus.
Starting off with some breaking news, at least 10 people are dead this morning after shooting in Monterey Park, California. It happened after thousands of people had gathered for a Lunar New Year celebration. Police say at least 10 more people are wounded. The gunman right now is still at large. Yesterday started the two-day celebration and is one of the largest Lunar New Year events in Southern California. Today's festival events have been canceled.
Morona Prophecy Productions.
Welcome back to CNN this morning. We are anticipating word from law enforcement at any moment, an update on this deadly mass shooting in Monterey Park, California. It appears that law enforcement is approaching the microphone as we speak right now. At least 9 people killed there, Emra.
Yeah, let's listen in.
Hey, good evening, everybody. I'm Captain Andrew Meyer from Sheriff's Homicide. I'm here to talk to you about the mass shooting incident that occurred here in the city of Monterey Park. This evening, or last night actually, at approximately 10:22 p.m., officers from the Monterey Park Police Department responded to a local business in the 100 block of West Garvey Avenue in the city of Monterey Park regarding a shots fired call. When officers arrived on scene, they observed numerous individuals, patrons of the location, pouring out of the location, screaming.
And I'm just going on a whim here because I know that these people deal in a lot of symbolism, a lot of colors, and a lot of numbers. But pay attention. Look for 666, okay? And I mean by adding, subtracting, and multiplying these numbers, y'all. Okay, I'm going to point some things out with these arrows.
Officers made entry to the location and located additional victims. The Monterey Park Police Fire Department responded to the scene and treated the injured and pronounced 10 of the victims deceased at the scene. There were at least 10 additional victims that were transported to numerous local hospitals and are listed in various conditions from stable to critical. The suspect fled the scene and remains outstanding. Anyone with information regarding this incident, we're asking them to call LA Sheriff's Homicide at 323-890-5500, or if you prefer to remain anonymous, you can call Crime Stoppers at 800-222-8477. Homicide Bureau is working closely with Chief Scott Weiss and his agency at the Monterey Park Police Department. We're working with the California Governor's Office of Emergency Services, the Federal Bureau of Investigation LA office, and numerous other law enforcement agencies.
Okay, with this, let me just give you some insight. Okay, Lunar New Year 2023. This is the year of the rabbit, you all. The year 2023 in the Gregorian calendar is designated the year of the rabbit. The rabbit is the 4th animal in the Chinese zodiac. Here is a good representation, a picture on your Google home screen. It might be changing, but at the same time, it will show a rabbit if you guys all did not know what this means. Now you see some of the symbolism.
With that, I'll take a limited amount of questions, if anybody. No, sir. As far as motive goes, it's too early in the investigation to know what the motive is.
I know why it's too early, because this allegedly or potentially could be a sacrifice, you all. This is what these witches and these warlocks and these pagan cultures do throughout different times of the year. And also, the rabbit ranks 4th in the 12th year cycle of the Chinese zodiac signs. The year of the rabbit includes year 1915, 1927, 1939, 1951, 1963, 1975, 1987, 1999, 2011, and now here we have it. Woo, that was a lot. 2023, okay? also want you to be mindful that each culture has their own indoctrination. Each culture has their own pagan deities that they serve. Whether it's in astrology, New Age, what have you. Each culture has their own thing going on. And so this is the year, I believe these people are, well, of course it's Chinese, okay? It's the Chinese zodiac related to the Chinese calendar. So, also in the Vietnamese zodiac and the Garunge zodiac, the cat takes the place of the rabbit. So that's just some insight. And also the energy that they're using to do these things with is yin. Y-I-N. I know you've heard of yin. And the season is spring. The element is wood. And it's the upcoming year, January 22nd to 2023 through February 9th, 2024. And I'm not finna get all dizzy with this symbolism and these numbers, but if somebody is better that can do it, that is listening to this, then go for it. But however, keep in mind that this is the 12th year. This happens every 12th year. So add up when they be talking about phone numbers, and if you look at the time that these things were stamped, like above, like the time of the report, like if you look at the symbolism, it's all 12, it's all 4s, it's all 8s, it's all 6s. You know what I'm saying? This is all significant, church, and need I not say anymore?
No, sir, not at this time. No description on the suspect at this time.
This is odd that at a very open area and a very crowded with the masses, just a mass amount of people, that this shooter got away and he ended 10 lives. Okay, this is why this is out of the ordinary. But then again, if you just look back in history and you look between the lines and you read the news clippings or go back to the news that was put out during these times, maybe perhaps each 12 years back concerning the Chinese New Year, you will see that these things have been already going on, church. People are just now waking up. The church is just now woke because they don't teach you this in the actual church building. The pastors don't preach on these things. But see, God is shaking and awakening the earth, and he is using the remnant, the real soldiers and the watchers of Jesus Christ, to enlighten the people, to illuminate you and wake you up to his truth, so you may live and not die. Quit practicing and going out to these festivals and worshiping in these cultures.
All I can tell you is that it was a firearm that was used, and no other information on as far as the firearm right now. The suspect is outstanding, that's correct.
The suspect is outstanding. The suspect is missing. All of a sudden, this one lone gunman supposedly has eluded the police and the authorities. Are you crazy? It's a potential to thousands. I don't even know how many people was here, but I know it was thousands upon thousands of people. So this is not, this is not like any other, this is not out of the ordinary for these type of festivals to be going on with mass amount of peoples. They have these at the Olympic Games, all type of stuff. So I'm just saying, how is this possible that this one man has gotten away? Because y'all, I just truly feel in my heart that it's a setup that, potential, sacrifice and, sacrifices and, rituals involved, because these are the things that are in the dark that we never knew about, but God is bringing it out to the light. So it's not far-fetched. These things are true. Like I said, do your history, do your due diligence, and read your Bible, and you will find out about these things that God speaks upon people, worshiping different idols, into this pagan culture and worshiping unknown gods, okay? And that's what I'm saying. This is an Asian culture thing for this year, okay, the lunar, but at the same time, all walks of life, all nationalities join right on in with the Asians and the Chinese, like the Chinese New Year. You guys remember that? San Francisco, Chinatown, with the fireworks and all of that. And the dragon, come on. What is it? The year of the tiger has gone out, and now the year of the rabbit has rolled in. Like I said, it's every 12 years. And, they also have staple foods in a Chinese festivity, New Year, and what is it? They eat rice cakes. It's a festival banquet, and it's just a lot of things, you all. I'm trying to give you guys a quick breakdown remember the cookies and the candy that they used to have, what is it? The duck. Also, these are the things that they're eating. I'm saying, we eat these things. I'm saying, but, the pig, they roast the pig, they roast the duck, they have the firecrackers. I forgot what them little light bright things that look almost like flares, but, you used to give them to your kids. I mean, now, since we're smarter and we know, because we worship the true and living God, the one true and living God, which is Jesus Christ, Yahweh, Yeshua, okay, he tells us these things so you could think back on your history as you were a kid, when your mother and father was growing up, that you went to some of these things. I know I did. I attended some of these things in San Francisco. I'm from California. But, as you get older and you become a warrior, a soldier, a person who proclaims the Great Commission, the gospel of Jesus Christ, you denounce and renounce these things. So that's why I'm here to bring you the light, okay? Because Jesus is the only way. Okay, the only way, the only one who gives salvation, who is the redeemer of sins, who can get you into the heavenly gates, you all. It is no other deity. All these other deities, all these other pagan gods and all that, these are little deities, all right? Let's continue.
Going off the time, so the scene around this as it unfolded was what? There was what going on, and the gunman walked in?
The location is, there was ballroom, like a ballroom dance location.
Captain, was there a second location as well?
We're aware of an incident that occurred in Alhambra, and we have investigators on scene trying to determine if there's a connection between these two incidents.
Any indication, Captain, that there may have been video inside the place itself not being exposed and things like that? Like production video of the ballroom when it happened?
So the investigators are working every lead on this case. Obviously, we have all our resources here, a limited amount of resources. We have resources from various law enforcement agencies. We're reviewing all surveillance video, any surveillance video, following all leads, so we're not going to leave anything unturned.
Nothing unturned. Yes, everything covered up. Man, oh my gosh. But let me give you some more insight on behalf of the Moon Festival. So, the festival is celebrated, it's a harvest of rice and wheat on the night of the full moon. So moon worship has always been an important part of Eastern Asian cultures. And there's one story about the origin of the festival is that the Chinese emperors in the Zhou dynasty, if I'm saying it right, but it's ZHOU dynasty. So correct me, all you scholars out there, if I'm pronouncing things incorrectly, because that's what I do. I chop up words, all right? But at the same time, okay, the origin of this festival is that the Chinese emperors in the Zhou dynasty, year 1045 to 221 BCE, they worship the moon in autumn, all right? So these are practices that these people do. What they do is they pay homage to the deity, the gods and the deities of either the solar system and the earth combined. And what they do is, they give blood. It all boils down to a human sacrifice, because this is how they get their power. This is how they get enriched on the earth in order, like, say for instance, like the agriculture. So rice and wheat seems something of agriculture. It seems like something of the earth, right? Okay, Chinese people eat a lot of rice and they use a lot of wheat, don't they? Okay, so to pay homage and or to appease these gods, they end up giving blood to these idols, this idol worship. And so in turn, they receive abundance of these type of foods and or whatever riches of the earth, in so many words. People, I know that you understand what I am saying. And you know what I also wanted to say? I wanted to use the terminology, the word partake. These people partake in these things in hopes, of appeasing the gods to receive what they need in abundance of on the earth, And so the Moon Festival, Chinese people celebrate it by gathering for dinners, worshiping the moon, lightning papers, lanterns, eating moon cakes, things of that nature. And also, I can't even pronounce all of these words in Chinese, y'all. But what is it? It's also called the Spring Festival. The festival typically celebrated in China and other Asian countries that begin with the first new moon of the lunar calendar. And it ends on the first full moon of the lunar calendar 15 days later. So that's why this festival is actually called, what was it, the Lunar Festival, I believe? But you see how these things are significant and they all run together.
No, not at this time. It's preliminary. We will have more information. As more information becomes available regarding the suspect, we'll put that information out to you guys. Yes, sir. We have 10 that are deceased at the scene, and an additional, we believe, at least 10 at local hospitals. Anywhere from critical to stable.
Captain, I know you said no motive is known, but do you think that the suspect may have known the victims? Is there any connection there that you know of?
As far as the suspect knowing any of the victims, it's too early in the investigation. We do not know that information at this time. We don't know if it's targeted.
Yes, targeted. Like the Lord Jesus Christ says, though, quit suffering your children unto these deities. Quit sending your kids, into the fire of these deities who cannot do anything for you. They can't even speak back. So, all of this is, this is witchcraft. All of this astrology and believing in the stars and worshiping the moon and the stars and all of these little deities, it won't get you nowhere but a one-way ticket to hell, and you will burn there. They do have sun gods also. I just wanted to throw that in there. But this is Marona Prophecy, and I'm gone, but I will be back. God bless you, and I love you. And, God bless the families and their souls. And may they come to Jesus Christ to know that He is real and He is the Redeemer. He is the one who can save you and give you eternal life. Okay, so I'm out. God bless. Stay safe. Stay vigilant. Peace.
Do you know the victims, how old they are, who they are?
No, we don't know how old they are. I'll just take 2 more questions, and that's it. We will update you guys further. This is just a preliminary briefing. We're going to have a lot more information.
Wait, I'm back for 1 second. I don't know if I said this. Also, there is a lot of rituals done on the new moon. Okay, and they want people to think about what you want to bring into your life for the new year. So what they do is they create affirmations. They write in their journal. They plant seeds, and I mean literally plant seeds by giving blood, you know what I'm saying? Giving up a human life as a sacrifice unto these deities to receive these things. So it's like they're planting seeds. They also pull oracle cards. They create vision boards. They get in touch with tarot card readings, and they reach out to people, how do you say it? Palm readers, sorcerers, mediums, things of this nature, people who can assist them in these type of things. Okay, so witches, warlocks, Wiccans, they're all involved. Even though this is a Chinese New Year, this is for the Asians and all of that. Like I said, all cultures partake into this one culture as well, because they're all pagan. See, that's the thing that they have in common, is all of these different cultures, even though they have all different doctrinations, it still all boils down to Satan. So also, the god of Saturn and things the god of Saturn, who is that? That's Satan, y'all. So they all partake. They're all one big happy family, I want to say. So they do these rituals for setting intentions of manifestations of things they want to come, they want to bring into their life, but they don't know that it turns on them. And so this is what you see. These people are a product of going to this festival, and this is what happened to them today. It was death, and sin leads to death. And I'm not going to tarry too long on this video. I'm just here. This is more on a prophecy.
More information to share with you in the future, in the coming hours.
Covered at that second location, we heard reports that possibly civilians had disarmed a possible suspect.
That's something that we're investigating, and we'll have additional information about that. We will look at every angle as far as whether it's a hate crime or not. It's just too early in the investigation to know whether this incident was a hate crime or not.
Is the festival canceled tomorrow, or is it still going
I'm
on?
going to have the chief answer that question. Chief?
Sure. The festival that occurred Saturday also extended to Sunday. Out of an abundance of caution and in reverence for the victims, we are canceling the event that's going to happen later today. So the Lunar Festival here in Monterey Park has been canceled.
Good. Officially over. See?
Just two more questions.
Do we know if anyone was injured at that second shooting?
No, not that I'm aware of. I'm not sure if there's any injuries or not. We're still investigating. One other question? Within the next few hours. Yeah. Thank you, everybody.
Can you say your name for me?
Sure. Andrew Meyer?
Could you spell Meyer?
Sure. Meyer. All right.
Title?
Captain, LA Sheriff's Homicide. Thank you, everybody.
Okay, so we just heard an update from the LA County Sheriff's Department. So the new numbers, and I hate to say numbers because these are humans, these are people who had lives, 10 people dead in this mass shooting in Monterey Park, California. This is just east of Los Angeles, a suburb there. We know that there are 10 additional victims, according.
I want you to realize and recognize, too, be observant. Los Angeles, the city of fallen angels. This is where they conjure up things and do magic and all of this thing, sorcery everywhere. But I'm saying, LA, Hollywood, LA, the fallen angels. God is not pleased, and he will give you over to your own desires of your own heart.
According to police who have been taken to the hospital, their injuries ranging, just taking the range, some in stable, some in critical condition. And we know that there is a suspect, the gunman, who is now on the run.